Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we're going to be learning how to draw Kakashi and Obito. So first let's get started by splitting the face in half. So we can use a ruler for this, but we're going to start right on the top and we're just going to draw in a straight line that comes all the way down towards the bottom of our page. First, let's start on the side with Obito's face. So we're going to frame in the mask. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, curving this around and down on the left. Let's start back on this line now. So we're going to continue to curve this down towards the bottom, angling that in towards the middle. And then we're going to continue to start back on this line, angling this down and curving that around and across towards the center. Let's start with the eye here. So in the corner, we're going to curve this line up. We're going to start on the left-hand side, arching this around and through towards the top. Now from that point, we're going to bring this line back around and through, blending that together. Now let's draw in the markings on the mask. So right on the top on the left here, we're going to draw in a nice big half circle, bringing that around and through. Let's step up above now, leaving a gap, and we're going to replicate this, curving this all the way around and across towards the side. Let's step back up again, curving this around, back in towards the side. We're going to leave an equal amount of space here, continuing again to curve this around all the way through towards our mask. Now let's step up again one more time, replicating that, bringing this around just above our eye there, curving that back in. Now we're going to curve this in towards the eye. So starting on the top, we're going to arch this line around. We're going to bring this line down towards the top of our eye. We're going to continue underneath now, curving this line across and over towards the right. Let's step up. On the left-hand side, we're going to curve this around and through on the side. Moving beside that, curving this over towards the right. Let's drop down. On the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line over and through towards the middle. Stepping down again, curving this over and across towards the center. And then let's step it down again, curving this over and through towards the middle. And then dropping down again one more time and just replicating that. Now coming over beside this, we're going to draw in a small half circle. On the top, we're going to curve this line up and across towards the side of our page. Let's drop down. In the center, we're going to curve this line out, up, and then back over towards the side. And then in the middle, we're just going to curve this line over and through towards the left. Now let's drop down. We're going to curve this line down, up, down, and then back across towards the left-hand side. And then from that point, we're just going to bring this back around and through towards the side of the mask. And then now let's come down and draw in another detailed line, curving this over and out. Let's drop down. For the neck, we're going to curve this line over and through towards the bottom. Let's step up. We're going to draw a diagonal line coming out. And then from that diagonal line, from that point, we're going to curve this line across towards the neck. And then we're going to continue to bring that over and through towards the side. Let's step up again. We're going to curve this line up and out. On the left-hand side, we're going to bring this line down and then in. Let's step up on this line now. We're going to curve this line across and through towards the center. And then let's close off the shoulder by arching this line out. We'll come in and draw in our eye last. We're going to flip over now and draw in Kakashi's face. So we're going to step across on the right, drawing in the hair. So we're going to draw a diagonal line coming out. And then from that point, we're going to bring this over and up towards the top. Let's step across again, bringing this over towards the right. And then again, bringing that straight up towards the top. Now on the side, we're going to draw in a small diagonal line coming out, bringing that back up. And then from that point again, bringing this over towards the right and then through towards the top. Now let's draw in a straight line that comes directly across. And then from the side of our page, we're just going to bring this line over and through towards the middle. Now from here, we're going to bring this line back out towards the top. And then again, bringing that through towards the center. Now from that point, let's bring this line up towards the top corner. And then from the top, we're just going to bring this line over and across towards the middle. Now from here, let's bring this line up in a diagonal. Let's step over on the left-hand side. We're going to bring this line out towards the top of our page. Now from here, we're going to draw a small diagonal line coming out and then back in towards the left. Let's step up, bringing this line through. And then again, over on the left, we're just going to draw another diagonal line coming out. Let's draw on the bandana now. So on the top here, we're going to bring this line across. Now let's move down for the rest of the bandana. We're going to come across on the right and we're just going to curve this through. Let's close this off underneath. So we're going to arch this line around, flattening that out slightly, bringing that in towards the middle. Let's start in the center again. We're going to bring this line over towards the right-hand side. We're going to tuck this underneath the hair. So we're going to curve down. And then from here, we're going to again bring this line over and across. Now in the center, we're going to draw in a small circle. Moving in towards the top, let's replicate that. And then dropping down, drawing in another circle. Now let's move over. From the top here, we're going to curve this line out. Let's draw a diagonal line coming out on the side. We're going to bring this line across slightly. Let's bring this back down towards the middle. And then from that point, we're just going to curve this up and over on the left. Let's start in the center here. We're going to spiral this around. So we're going to curve this over and through towards the left-hand side. Now let's bring this line out. From here again on the top, we're going to curve this around and back in underneath. Now let's close off the hair underneath the bandana. So right on the right-hand side here, we're going to curve this line out, bringing that up. And then we're going to step aside that, coming underneath, curving this down, and then bringing that back through towards the side. Now from here to close off the side of the face, we're going to bring this line down on a side diagonal. So we're going to bring this down. And then from there, we're going to curve this around, flattening that out as we come in, lining that up at the same height as the head on the left-hand side. Let's close off the mask. So from the center, we're going to curve this down, over and across towards the right. Let's draw in the right ear. So we're going to curve this around and down, bringing that over and then flattening that out. Let's add in some detailed lines here. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line over. Let's drop down, replicating that, arching that down towards the side. In the middle now, we're just going to curve this line over and across. And then on the bottom, bringing this line out and then back up. Let's close off the neck here. We're going to draw in a straight line that comes down. Let's close off the hair beside. Let's bring this line down, and then we're going to bring this back up on the left. Let's do the same thing. So we're going to come down, back up on the side, and then we're going to bring this line in on a diagonal towards the neck. Let's close off the collar here. So we're going to curve this over and in towards that line. We're going to start from that corner, curving this down towards the bottom. Let's bring this line over, curving this out towards the side. Let's start back on the top here. We're going to arch this around. We're going to bring this down. And then we're just going to close this off by connecting this together, curving this in towards the top. Now let's step behind. We're going to curve this line in and over, stepping up, replicating that, leaving a small gap. Now from here on the side, we're going to bring this line down towards the bottom, stepping over. Let's replicate that. Now from here, we're going to close off the shoulder, arching this line across. Let's come down on the right hand side. We're going to bring this line down and over towards the right. And then stepping in towards the middle, let's replicate that. Let's move over on the right. We're going to curve this line through towards the collar. And then again on the right, we're just going to draw in a small circle. Now from here, as we come across from that corner, we're going to curve this line in towards the center. And then from here, we're just going to arch this line down slightly towards the bottom. From the middle, we're going to curve this line across. Let's follow this pattern now. So we're going to start back on the right and we're going to curve this line in towards the middle. And then again from here, just bringing this line down towards the bottom. Let's add in some detailed lines in the neck. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line up. We're going to drop down on the right hand side and replicate that. Now let's move up. So now we're going to add in some more details. We're just going to use a smaller pen. So now that we have our thinner pen, we're going to start on the left hand side and we're going to curve this line around and then down for the eye. we're going to drop underneath, curving this through, and then back up on the right. Let's draw in the pupil now. So we're going to curve this line up and through towards the top on the left-hand side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom right, arching that around and back in. In the center now, let's draw in a small circle right in the middle. On the top, leaving a small gap, we're going to draw a diagonal line coming out, curving that around and down. To the right of this, let's draw in another diagonal line coming across, curving that over. Let's drop down again, leaving a small gap. We're going to bring this line down and through. And now let's add in some more detail. So on the right-hand side here, we're just going to curve this line across. And then we're going to bring this line out and over, connecting that together. Let's start on the left-hand side. We're going to bring this line down and through. And then we're going to curve that line over. Now let's close this off. So from that corner, we're going to arch this line over, back down on a diagonal. And now let's draw in Kakashi's eye. So we're going to start with the eyebrow first. We're going to arch this line down and then bringing that back up on the right. We're going to step up, replicating that, bringing that over and through. Let's drop down now. We're going to draw a diagonal line coming up, and then we're going to bring this line over towards the right. And then from here, we're going to curve this in slightly at a point. From that point, we're going to bring this line back up and over on the right-hand side. And we're just going to thicken this line up. So starting in the corner again, we're going to follow that shape, bringing that up and then over, connecting that. And then we're just going to color this part in black. Let's add in a small detailed line up above. So we're going to arch this line over. Let's close off the bottom of the eye, leaving a small gap now. We're going to just curve this line over and through towards the left. Let's draw in a half circle underneath now. So we're going to arch this line around and then through on the right. Let's draw in a small circle right in the center, just coloring that in black. Now let's come across on a diagonal. From this point, we're going to curve this line up, around, and then back in towards that corner. We'll do the same on the right. So we're going to start from that corner, curving this up, around, and then back down, coloring that in black as well. We're going to connect all this together now. So on the top, we're just going to draw in a curved line that comes around and through towards the right. Now let's draw in the scar here. So we're going to just be slightly wavy with this line as we come up. We don't have to be perfectly straight. We're going to do that twice. And then we're going to follow that through underneath on the top. And that is it. That's how you draw Obito and Kakashi. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.